Hi guys, it's Denise with Create Your Future. Thank you for joining me today. This is pretty exciting because it's my first solo video. Also, I'm kicking it off from a new office space, which is kind of fun. Hopefully the sound quality is good. I'm trying the earbuds just to eliminate any echo. The video quality I hope turns out well too. Today, I want to share a client success story and talk about persistence and why it's so important and whether or not you should persist. So we'll get into that. Starting off just by saying that if anybody out there wants coaching, we have an amazing team of coaches. The link is in the description below to sign up for that. And always, as Amanda reminds us, set your intentions to get the most out of this video, to get motivated, to remove any blocks that you may have, and just start allowing all the things that you want in your life to come to you. So let's get started. So I have a client who has been working on getting back together with her ex. And she had a lot of importance around the Halloween holiday. For years, it's been an important holiday in her life. And spending that holiday with him was really important to her. They had been in communication. There was a breakup. There was one instance where they spent a wonderful, beautiful day together, and then he kind of, pulled back, did the hot and cold thing, and she persisted. And down to like the very last minute on Halloween, she got her fairy tale that she had been planning and hoping for and scripting and focusing on. And she didn't persist, or she did persist. She didn't give up. She kept persisting. She reached out. She also took the initiative to reach out and send a message to him and invite him out. And at first he was on the fence. Maybe we'll see. And she's like, "Oh, come on. You want to. It'll be great. It'll be fun." I'm using my words, obviously, but she gently nudged, but was really playful about it. He had been working and was busy. And I think like one of his replies later, because they went back and forth about 4 or 5 times on this. And, "I'll be doing this. I'll be here around this time." And he's like, "I don't know. I might be working. I might be busy. It's going to be a late night." And this was like back and forth, like I said, for 4 or 5 times. And I think her last reply was, "Okay, big smiley face. Well, I'll be down," letting him know where she'll be, down by the beach with a cup of tea. And if you show up, great, or something. It was very allowing. She was very like accepting of her current reality, not resisting it, but also not giving up and persisting in he's going to come down. So in between all of these messages, she heavily stayed on top of her mental diet, affirming over and over again, obviously using her personal intentions that we created through coaching and that were specific to this evening, and seeing it through. And down to the wire, you guys, 10 p.m., I think, maybe close to 11, it happened. It came through. He showed up. They had a beautiful evening. They had a great time. So it's super important. Don't persist. Don't ever decide, that current reality is dictating what happens, because it really isn't. You're driving. Current reality is showing you what you've been focused on, the road you've been driving down. But ultimately, it comes down to what you stay on top of, what you persist in, that will show up for you. So I get a lot of questions. People ask me, should I give up? Should I give up? Should I keep going? Should I keep persisting for my specific person or this job that feels out of reach? And I always tell people, yes, keep going until and unless you naturally shift in your desire. If you find yourself shifting, wanting something else more, then persist in that. But until that happens, you might as well keep that specific person and that specific job or home or whatever it is in your focal point, and don't give up on that. It's more likely that if you do shift and try to force yourself to change, you'll still have to go through these same resistance and the same blocks that you've created already, because those are inherent to your story. So that will have to be worked through. You'll have to get over that anyhow. So you might as well keep pushing until and unless you decide naturally that you just don't want that thing anymore. And at which point your desire will shift to another thing. Also, I remind people that it doesn't have to be forever. you can keep going and you can change your mind. So like I said, it'll happen naturally. Don't feel like you have to decide right now if this is the person I want to marry or not. You can keep deciding this is the person you want to marry and then still change your mind. That's okay. You're allowed to do that. You're the god of your reality. You can do whatever you want. So yeah, so take that, you know, hopefully that helps anybody that's deciding what to do or trying to figure it out. Also something that helped me in that, because, you know, with a person or a job, there is that sense of you start to feel rejected. You start to feel like it's not working for me. It doesn't want me. So in those moments, I tend to just go very general, like expand the intentions to not focus on them. If it is about a person, stop using their name, maybe start calling it your perfect person. And ultimately, if they're who you still want while you're doing this, that's who will come through. If you naturally shift to somebody else, then it's a win-win. You'll be happy anyway. So, you know, my perfect job, my perfect person, my perfect house, expand how you're focusing so that it doesn't feel like you're really trying to make it become this person. But like I said, if that's the person, job, or house that you want, that's what you will end up getting. So don't give up, keep going. Also, with persistence, some people ask me, or they have this feeling and worry that if they keep persisting in something or someone, that they're putting it on a pedestal. And I can see how that can feel like that. We can, you know, start to feel like we're giving this person or thing all of our attention. But ultimately, it comes down to you wanting it. So reframe the story behind that so that you're not deciding or intending or creating that because you're affirming for this person or this job or this house, that you're making it more important and putting it on a pedestal. Start telling yourself, actually, what I'm doing is seeing that I get my wants. I'm seeing that I get the things I want, that my needs are met, that my desires are fulfilled. I'm taking control and reprogramming the negative thoughts about the person, job, or home to make sure that I get it, that I'm happy. So I'm putting myself first. I'm putting myself on a pedestal, and start intending that. I'm putting myself on a pedestal. I intend to keep putting myself first. I intend to stick to my mental diet so that I get what I want. Make it about you. Don't always make it about something else. You can still affirm for something else and make it about you. Also, something that helps with staying motivated in persisting is when you start to feel like it's not happening, or you start to worry whether or not it happens, and it starts to feel like a really long road ahead of you, just get back into the present moment and say, am I thinking about this person or place or thing? Yes. Does it feel good when I think negative thoughts about them? No. So I'm going to start intentionally thinking positive thoughts. And if for no other reason than just to make myself a priority right now and make myself feel better right now. That helped me a lot in some of my manifestations, some of my conscious manifestations, because I did find myself feeling, overwhelmed, feeling tired, feeling exhausted, feeling like, is it ever going to work? I know it is because it always does, but I'm human and I still doubt it. And so doing that really helped me to stay motivated, because I thought, you know what, whether it works or not, I'm putting me first, and I'm going to make sure that I'm thinking thoughts that make me feel better right now. And that speeds it up quickly. So that's a really good tip to take and start using in your own mental diet. Just keep, contemplating that. Well, actually, what I'm doing is making myself feel better right now, whether or not it happens. And if you keep doing that, it's going to happen. So there's that. Also, excuse me, the other thing is that, persistence shows confidence. And the universe, you are the universe, so it's not separate from you, but it loves confidence. When you know something's going to happen, that's when everything happens. I have clients all the time that are like, before I even knew about manifestation and I met my person, I thought, oh, this will happen. And that's what happened. I'm like, yeah, because you had no resistance, which no resistance means you have confidence that it's going to happen. Basically, you believe in it. You're confident about it. You don't question it and second guess it and doubt it. So the more you practice persistence, the more you're saying, I have faith that this is going to work out. I believe that I'm going to get what I want. I know my thoughts create. I know this is happening in my favor. I know things are unfolding for me. And the more you're saying that, the more you're putting yourself in that vibration or that energetic space of creating confidence. And when you are confident that something is going to happen, it happens. So take that, jot it down and remember that confidence creates, really is something I like to say sometimes. So I just have a few intentions to help motivate you in persistence if you feel like that's something you struggle with, and just start saying, I intend to persist in my desires, or however you want to word it. I intend to persist in my mental diet. I intend to persist in what I want. I intend to persist in thinking positively about XYZ. Also, a real good general way of saying it is, I intend to see the best in every person, or in this person, or in every situation, or in this situation. I intend to see the best. I intend to always see the positive. I intend to be optimistic about this. Also, other ways are just by saying things like, it's easy for me to see the best. It's easy for me to think positively. It's easy for me to shift my negative thoughts. It's easy for me to stay on top of my mental diet, things like that. I think that wraps up the video. So hopefully you guys got some good information in there. Remember, persistence creates confidence, which creates literally whatever. So what you're confident about, you'll create. So persist in your intentions, persist in your mental diet, persist in reframing what things mean as they show up. Like my client, she didn't allow for his initial few texts of, I might be busy, I don't know, I'm pretty tired. She didn't allow for that to mean that he was rejecting her. She persisted and kept insisting energetically that they were going to spend that evening together and it was going to be great and magical and beautiful. And that's what she got. So stay on top of that, work on some intentions that help you stay on top of that. And just remember, you get to have whatever you want. You're good enough. You deserve it. You get to have all the amazing things this world has to offer. It's all waiting for you. It's literally your playground. So have fun in it. I hope you guys liked the video, and thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. And I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Bye.